Hi, welcome back to Curry Soap. My name is Julian and today we're going to be talking about something called misattribution of arousal. Now I'm going to mention three emotions that you probably already know, which is love, fear and anxiety. Have you ever been in a situation where you are confused about what you are actually feeling? You don't know whether if it's love or fear or anxiety. This is called misattribution, and understanding why this misattribution happens might actually explain how and why we feel the emotions that we feel. Psychologists have come up with a few theories that might explain why misattribution happens, one of which I would like to mention is the Shachter-Singer two-factor theory of emotion. The idea is that your emotion is the sum of two factors. Number one is your physical reaction, number two is your cognitive label. I'll give you an example. Let's say if you are on the edge of a waterfall and then you are looking down, and if you are someone who is used to this kind of situation, you play by the waterfall all the time, your body might not feel any fear and you just might feel just probably normal only. But if you flip it all the other way around, when you are experiencing sleep paralysis for the very first time, your eyes are open, your mind is awake, but you can't seem to move your body. Now, the reaction for different people is different. Some might hallucinate by resonating to fear and then hallucinate that it's some kind of supernatural thing, and some people might just feel scared and some people might just feel calm. So it's different for everyone. I would like to mention a study where some students were given a placebo that would make them feel antsy. Antsy meaning they would feel restless and their mind would be in confusion and they can't really properly think like that. These students were about to go for an exam, and surprisingly they did as well as other people who are not usually nervous before an exam. Probably because they attributed their sweaty palms, that because they are usually nervous, they have sweaty palms, they attributed their sweaty palms to the placebo, the medicine that they took. Back to the Shachter-Singer two-factor theory of emotion. In 1962, 184 students were injected with either adrenaline or a placebo, the one I mentioned earlier, a fake medicine. Some students who were injected with adrenaline were told how their body would react. Some were told with made-up side effects, which is fake side effects, and some were told nothing at all. Now, these people, including the ones who were injected with placebo, they were told to do some random tasks like sweeping the floor or whatever the researchers asked them to do. And those who were told they were injected with adrenaline reported that they felt less happy or they felt anger. They are feeling restless all the time because of their heart pounding, because they associated their pounding heart to the effects of the drug, the adrenaline. While the others who were injected with placebo misinterpreted the drug effects as emotion, meaning to say they misattributed it. That theory earlier was quite relevant, but not many people was convinced. So I'm going to give you another example. In 1975, 45 male college students were asked to watch erotic films immediately after they exercise in the gym, and it turns out that they said the porn is less sexually arousing than usual, probably because they attributed their physical arousal from the workout they just had in the gym. Okay, now I'm going to show you one last study, a very well-known one, which is called the Shaky Bridge study in 1974. 85 male subjects were interviewed by a female interviewer, and they were asked about what they thought about the picture that the female interviewer had in her hand, which shows a woman holding onto a door with her face on her hand, something like maybe like that. The thing is, these interviews took place in two different places, meaning to say that a group of them took the interview in one place, another group took it in another place. One is a very stable concrete bridge, the other one is a very unstable, shaky suspension bridge. And after finished interviewing, giving their thoughts about the picture that the female interviewer had in her hand, the female interviewer gave them her phone number in case they wanted to have some follow-up question or whatever like that. And it turns out that the people who were on the suspension bridge who were interviewed were more likely to call the interviewer for a follow-up, or it could be something else, I don't know, like like that, you know. But it is actually because the men on the suspension bridge saw a lot more sexual content from the picture that she was holding. and probably because they were standing on a very unstable bridge, and so many things were going on. The female interviewer was interviewing them, they are trying to answer the question also. The bridge was very shaky also, thus producing anxiety within them. Because of so many things happening all together, they would find environmental cues to help them understand what is happening, and thus misinterpreting that as attraction. Okay, now the idea comes that you might bring your girlfriend or your boyfriend to somewhere very creepy or very dangerous place just so that they could experience something very dangerous or that makes them feel very anxious, and you want them to feel more attracted to you, but don't do that lah, okay? You can see the examples in movies actually, where a boy saves a girl from a car coming her way, and then because it's a very dangerous situation, and what happens after that is they fall in love or whatever. There are so many movies that you can relate to on this particular misattribution of arousal. And that's about it for today's video. So what do you think about the video? For me, I think it's a very interesting thing, this misattribution of arousal, because it is something that happens quite often around us, and it is something that we see in movies, and we ask our friends also, whatever we experience around our friends and families on a daily basis. If you like the content, please hit that like button and smash that subscribe button, and share it among your friends and families if you really think this content is something very interesting. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.